Hey, shalom, shalom. You buff from the DC Church, coming at you, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemal Shah, Shemagogadash. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, by Shem meaning in the name, Recall meaning spirit, Kodash meaning holy. These are the names and the powers that I come to in order to profess your 100% truth and Lord's will, seal the elect's faith. Shanya Kabaga, Whatever Kaja, Kwayana Ith, meaning double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. In these times, whom the Heavenly Father had enlisted the 100% truth to, and of course, Shalom, wa Barakum, Labakarim, Shayashala. Peace and blessings be upon the elected nation of Israel. To the men out there that's pushing this word in sincerity and truth, to you I say Shalom, wa Barakum out them. Peace and blessings be upon you. And really, this is just going to be a quick land back video. You know, I was watching this video of the brother right here. I believe he's actually an elder. You know, I just want to respect the accolades. I know some brothers don't really care for it, but it's out of respect. Nonetheless, I know, you know, this brother, I'm not sure of his name, but I was watching this video, and the points that the brother was making is extremely valid, extremely on point, extremely timely. And just through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shai, you know, the establishment of what has been said in this video, which I highly recommend Akim to watch, is it's necessary for us to understand. We live in a different classification of men right now, all right? Men back then, you know, even when I was younger, I remember when I was in middle school, we used to have wood shop class, and as I grew older, you know, those things weren't necessarily exemplified. That may be the wrong word, but they were not, you know, forced on men. And as time proceeds, you can see the lines being blurred between gender. And because the line is being blurred between gender, you have a lot of men doing things that women would typically do. One of the things that I picked up on that I have a true disdain for is the painting of the nails by men. You know, having these really, really soft, prissy hands as a man, which I think is very unmanly, you know, but to the brothers that do have soft hands, you know, so be it. But we by the sweat of our brow, you know, the scriptures said that would be our curse. That's what we have to do. We have to work, you know, and it is a man's job to get dirty, to do the things that, you know, someone typically wouldn't do, a woman or other people typically wouldn't do. And that's really our whole entire profession, which is, you know, why we go out in the highways and hedges and prophesy the downfall of this queendom. So, you know, he basically said a soft society versus evil times. And really, it's a soft society equals evil time, because men and everybody in this world at this point, you know, all of the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, the other leading nations, they live off an inflated ego. And I actually want to look that term up. Hope I don't have nothing too specified on here. Just looking up some Doc Martens. Ego. All right. And it says sometimes when someone has an inflated ego, they present themselves as self-centered and narcissistic. Okay. And the brother Kazakba, you know, he brought out this information before that narcissism, I believe it was an actual man. I could be butchering it nonetheless, but it was a dude who fell in love with the image of himself. And that's essentially what having an inflated ego is about. And having this self-centered love for yourself, there's no strength within that. Having love for the Heavenly Father, there's the utmost level of strength in that. Okay? Your human capabilities only go but so far. But when you're able to tap into something that isn't subjected to the chains of darkness or whatever weaknesses we face as humans, that's when you obtain strength. Okay? And sooner than later, legitimately sooner than later, the time is going to come to pass to where the Heavenly Father's allowing you to see how your inflated ego has done you no service. All right? And as a man, you're not supposed to have an inflated ego, because pride was not made for man. All right? And it also says they believe the world should revolve around them. Often they place their needs above the needs of others. In other instances, guarded and unassuming people may have inflated egos. All right. So again, this just really goes back to what was the point that was being created in the video that the brother made. Jake is we're at an all-time low, and Jake is extremely soft because they don't have the fundamental traits that a man should have. All right. Let's start with the main one, wisdom. Men have no wits. It's like, and also you gotta consider the conditions that we're in too, as far as folly being set in great dignity. Being the fact that folly is set in great dignity, men want to do anything to go viral. Women want to do anything to go viral. So in order to go viral, the more what you basically do is demoralize yourself. All right. So you got niggas doing all types of dances on TikTok. Women shaking their ass. It's just all demoralization. All centered around the worship of yourself, which there's no strength within that. Pride and ego only get you but so far, because then the thing is, when pride and ego meets reality, that's when you're going to start to understand how weak you truly are. All right. If you're going to boast in the Lord. The Lord gave us something that we can boast in. If you're going to be proud in the Lord. The Lord gave us something to be proud about. All right. All of that belongeth to the Heavenly Father. But our people decide to try to glorify themselves like as if there's somebody or there's some sort of God. They should be pedestalized, and everybody want to be some fucking body. I was watching the Ra'ash a couple weeks ago, the Ra'ash Bashar. He was like, yo, like, motherfuckers with commercial, like, that shit used to be, that used to be a thing. Like, yo, this motherfucker with commercial, like, like, the point that he was trying to make is like, you know, Jake's selling out. Jake basically selling out. And I remember that too, you know. I remember those terms too when I was very young. But nonetheless, the point being created is that we're at an all-time level of soft, effeminate men. And the reason why is just like how the brother said before too, is because the Lord is going to be the Heavenly Father is just making it easier for us. Because what's happening is really the true believers of the Heavenly Father are being shown. In a world full of, you know, I'm trying to not be so vulgar, but in a world full of effeminate men and masculine women, you see who the real men are and you see who real women are. It's easier to identify who the true believers in Yahweh Shema Shai are. All right. But this all was prophesied about in the book of 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, you know, which, you know, I'm going to grab that real quick. I'm about to make a video and not bring out a precept. You know, sometimes I do whenever I'm traveling, but well, I quote precepts, of course, but you get the concept of what I'm saying. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times should come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters," and that's all effeminate and for lack of better terms, that's bitch nigga activity. I ain't gonna lie to you. You all self-centered, you know, and all this, and the thing is, the lines are being so blurred when it pertains to gender and what belongs to gender. Nobody believes in traditional roles anymore. Oh, that's outdated, and that's an ancient concept. No, the hell it ain't. It's gonna be brought back. All right, just because the Western world has lost all of its morals, don't necessarily mean that the absolute construct of how the Heavenly Father intended things to be is not going to be reestablished. Just because you don't like it don't mean shit. Okay? Anyhow, it says, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good," and that's why they hate us. Traitors, heady, high-minded. This is all narcissism. This is all inflated egos. All right. Lovers of pleasure more than lovers of the Heavenly Father. And that's another thing, too. That's what really makes Jake effeminate. It's being unsatiable. All right. That's what really defines our people. Being unsatiable. All right. Which I actually want to look that up real quick. I hope I spelt that right. I know I didn't. I know it's in the book of Sirach. Give me 1 second. Salakia. I do not know how to spell that word. Forgive me, Akim. Satiable. There we go. All right, so let's put that in here. Here we go. This is Sirach chapter 37, verse 29. It says, "Be not insatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats." And that's really this world. And that's really what makes Jake soft, is that there's no boundaries. There's no limitations. There's no when it pertains to wickedness, there's no guidance. There's no structure. When you don't have any structure, that's weakness. All right. That's why Jake, if you had a short foundation, somebody come step on your shoe, ain't nothing. Nah, you good, brother. There's no conduct. There's no brotherly love. All Jake want to do is just pull out the hammer. That's weakness, bro. And on top of that, just collectively, like, you can see the way that Jake dressed, the way that Jake carried himself is just very, very effeminate. Just extremely effeminate. You just outright snapping like that. That's a very effeminate trait. A man is slow to anger. All right. And slow to speak. All Jake want to do is just lollygag. That's what women do, man. But we live in this very, very soft era. And honestly, I highly suggest brothers watch this video. I got through 25 minutes of it. And, I was highly edified. The Lord's way I'm going to finish it. But that's really all I wanted to say. I just wanted to put some spiritual commentary on this, that I pray that you are edified through this epistle. With that, I give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shema Shah, Bashima Kakadai, Shenya Kabaga, Walla Vakaz, claiming Abba Aith, wa Shalom, wa Barak, wa Bakan, Shah Shalom. Until next time, I can say Shalom.